Right. Yo guys, 'tis I, the People's Dude, and welcome back to Persona 5 Strikers. I'm excited to see what happens next here in this story, and I'm looking forward, and we will make some great progress today. Oh, 1 second. There's some audio lag. Let me fix that. There we go. There we go. Now we should be good. Now it sounds better on my end, and it should sound better on yours. The one nice thing about how I do things now is if something's wrong with the audio, I know immediately. I said, we'll try the jail again?
Let's get to work.
I guess we're going back in.
Everyone remember their roles?
You, me, and Ryuji are going to destroy the searchlights.
No worries there. We'll mess him up quick.
As Futaba hacks into the control panel, Haru, Makoto, and I shall protect her.
We're not to let a single shadow past us.
No worries there either.
Oh, here, I'll make myself smaller.
You guys are gonna be lifesavers. I swear I'll drop that wall, no matter what. My goal is to lure the initial wave of enemies elsewhere. After losing them elsewhere, I'll return to you. Thanks, Sophia. But don't be too reckless. Got it. I won't be too reckless.
And the linchpin to this whole operation is...
You're gonna be the star of this distraction.
Yeah.
As flashy as possible.
Time to move out. We're carving a path all the way to Alice's castle.
I forgot we're reenacting Sai's Palace. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Okay. My party looking like? Why is Haru here? Makoto, my girl, get in this party.
Got the plan down, Pat?
Why do you sound like that? Why do you sound muffled? Oh yeah, I guess we're not talking face to face. We're talking like on intercoms. Yeah.
Almost time.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yep, this is the intro that we played already.
Careful, Joker! We got one coming up!
That's kind of cool, but it's like it was clear in P5 and P5R because that was like the very end of the game and he gets arrested at the end. In this, he might not even get arrested or what have you. In this context, it feels like I just started the game still, so to see this again, it's like, whatever. It doesn't capture the same feeling twice.
Whoa, there's a lot of them. All yours, Joker.
Yeah, let's do this again.
Alright, let's begin the operation. That was one hell of an entrance, Joker. They're all riled up. Just keep at it. Go ham until you've drawn every last bit of attention.
Oh, I plan to.
Everyone else, proceed as planned. Joker's got the diversion covered, so now's your time to shine. Gotcha.
Are you kidding me?
Let's secure the area in front of the gate first.
We know how your game is played. Straight up the grass.
The enemy's starting to swarm Joker. Teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
How's with this deja vu?
Sit rep, everyone.
Grab the searchlights. Just waiting on the signal.
No shadows in sight on our end. Looks like the diversion is working. All thanks to Joker. It's all up to you now. I've got this. Mona, take over navigation for me. Gotcha. Good luck, Abby. Joker, more shadows incoming.
Yeah. Spin attack.
Persona! Take it!
Attack! Reinforcements from here.
Okay.
Come and get me, bitch.
Hang on. I'm working on it.
Shadows flooding the Shibuya streets.
This one. Let's go.
Certainly no everyday sight.
Now I'm imagining it happening in the real world.
Rabbit Step!
And at the cherry on top, enjoy your horrible virus birthday, chumps.
Persona!
Yeah, got incoming.
Did I do the thing? Did I do the thing? Is there more?
We made it. Let's rock, Joker.
Well, dang. Okay.
We late to the party?
Okay. Yeah, boy.
Nice moves. How do you like this? And a boop.
And a boop. Yeah, boy.
Persona!
Yeah. So stylish.
Thank goodness we made it in time.
Oh, that couldn't have gone better, Joker.
And we're gonna do some fighting.
The plan appears to have been a success. Hey, great hustle out there, Sophie. Now all we have to do is storm the castle. Now the real fight begins. Let's mop up the rest of these shadows so we can get to 705.
Alright.
Joker's good to go. Everything all right? Get it! Hurry up!
I blow cars up.
Enemy shadows defeated. Nice. Now nothing stands in our way. The barrier's down too. Let's move out while we still can.
Alright.
Why don't we see what that is? I sure hope this is useful.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. Yoink.
The searchlights are off now. Looks like the plan worked.
What's that?
Time to breach the enemy stronghold. Picking up some shadows.
I'll reveal
Guards
the
stuck
true
around.
role.
To the KO count so we can move
Now! He let up! Finish him off!
I hit him.
on. Someone looks happy. Is that not a challenge? The searchlights in the area ahead are still active. Those will be a breeze for Joker. He can slip right past it.
I'll give it a try.
I think they're on to us. Be more alert from now on.
Oh, I'm dumb. Well, I didn't know.
Focus. What's that?
99.
That shadow looks pretty tough.
Show me your true self. Thought it'd be good. Let's go.
Where to go? Let's show them what we can
Focus.
do. An easy win, don't you think? Okay, let's keep it moving. I give it a 5 out of 10.
What?
Focus.
So, you're the ones to fight Mrs. King. You will go no further. Once you are dead, Her Majesty will be at ease.
That's a machine gun. Oh,
Tough. Careful, guys.
you were way more threatening before.
Following up. Exploit those weaknesses. That's the way, Joker. Get that Joker.
Take this!
Keep it going. Joker got in a follow-up attack. Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful.
Yeah.
This is your chance. It's showtime. Astonishing.
Showtime! Bighorn! Here!
I'm just gonna ignore the name of this enemy.
Whoa! Cool, Joker. Well, Joker defeated a strong enemy.
It's Twilight something. I'm not gonna say.
All shadows
That takes care of that. Let's get going.
It's Twilight something. I'm not gonna say. Let's see, what can I do? Ooh, I kind of want to save up for that. Yeah, let's save that. Let's save up for that one.
Get inside from here. Once we get in the castle, We're headed straight for the roof. Are you ready?
Sure.
Let's go.
Why not? Is this like the end of the infiltration or something?
All right, we're in. I'm picking up that treasure-like smell right above us in the throne room. Let's go.
I can see it.
These
No
footprints.
shadows. At least
What's that?
not right up ahead.
Ugh, it's locked. Ugh, it's locked. Try finding a mechanism somewhere here.
Maybe it has something to do with the footprints.
I can see it.
Maybe I need to go in the order of the
What's that?
footprints.
I can see it.
This one.
Focus. What's that?
Did that do it? Oh,
Hey, that did
all
it.
right.
Good sleuthing, Joker. Let's get on up.
Okay, that was a pretty easy puzzle. Pretty easy,
I can
TBH.
see it. Focus.
Oh,
Intruders! Get them! How dare you filth defy Her Majesty!
nice.
Incoming. We're surrounded.
We are.
Don't give up. The elevator's on its way. Just hang in there. Incoming attack. Brace yourself. Joker got in a follow-up attack. Too slow. Intense Joker. Damn. Stylish as always, Joker.
Nice.
All right. Now take the elevator. More shadows? But how?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Stylish as always, Joker. You're doing great. This and it takes quick. Keep that in mind.
There's one escape.
Let's go.
Oh, I see. I have to last as long as I can. That time limit.
Joker got in a follow-up attack. But electricity is out of the question. Remember that. Hurry, get out! Damn, I got a new skill.
One of Oracle's special support skills, this can generate Kaija buff, Kaija type buffs, HP recovery, SP recovery, among other control effects. What is it? Cool.
That was a pretty rough ride. Everyone holding up? They really aren't messing around with us anymore.
We've gone quite a ways up already. How much further to the top?
There should be a stairwell on the other side of that door.
All right. So it looks like before we even get there, we're gonna have fighting. Yep.
Face it, Bill. You'll never reach the Royal Hall. The cost of defying Her Majesty is your heads.
Incoming! The exploring can wait until we know it's safe.
Obviously.
Try out that party hopper?
Let's go!
That's the ticket. Good thinking, Joker.
Whoa, that was sweet!
Persona!
Show me got that clue. How bad? Here we go. Don't you know? No more art.
Showtime!
I just realized, yeah, I just realized I had a showtime.
Bighorn!
These showtimes aren't as cool as the Royals showtimes, but they're still cool.
Whoa! Looking cool, Joker.
Jack-o'-lantern! Pixie! Take it!
Joker got in a follow-up attack.
Yeah, here I go! Persona! Captain Kid!
Say your prayers.
Yeah, boy.
See ya!
Go, that was great.
Here we go!
Fair warning, this one's gonna be rough. You guys have burned a lot of stamina. Don't overdo it, okay?
Persona!
You're mine!
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit it business! For ya!
We're gonna have to swap some folks out.
Okay.
Now we can count on you even more! Take a look at my new skill! It awakens to a new power!
Nice. It's at stats, yep. Ryuji's out. Actually, just Ryuji. Yusuke, you're in.
Finally, it's over.
Hell yeah! Let's keep on rolling!
Actually, do we have any... Oh,
Ah, what? Now this door won't open!
But this door leads to the stairwell. Maybe we should check outside. Could be worthwhile.
What's that?
check outside.
Oh, how about this way? Let's see where they take us.
Alright.
Treasure-like smell isn't far now. Let's get to the roof. This is where the smell's coming from. Be ready for anything, guys.
Is this some kind of birdcage?
What is this doing here?
And where's Alice?
She doesn't seem to be here.
Hey, look!
What is it?
Is that a treasure? No. I can tell now this is something completely different from a treasure.
What is it?
Hide! Shadows ahead. doing here?
Have you brought all the desires?
Yes, sir. It's all of them so far.
Desires?
More are coming soon. Capture every last one of them, seize their desires, and bring them here.
Understood, sir.
Hey, those are
desires?
Yeah, they're the same as what we saw the other day.
Mm-hmm. That's what we've been trying to get to.
Where'd they go?
Beats me.
What was all that?
They said they were bringing desires here, right?
So those jewels are the desires? They looked like they got sucked up into that light.
There's no question. That treasure-like shimmering up there, that's the desire.
That is?
We did hear Alice was collecting them.
But that was a pile of gems. How come they turned into that shimmery thing?
This is just speculation, but maybe that up there's the original form of a desire? After all, people's desires don't naturally have a single concrete form, because we all find our own desires precious. That could be why they look like gems here. When the people had their desires seized by the shadows, they consciously felt them being taken, so the desires took form then.
But what turned them back into light? Their desires are still stolen.
Maybe Alice is considered their owner now that they're in her birdcage here. Alice doesn't seem to believe they can be stolen back. That's why they turned back into their base form.
It does seem to follow logically.
At any rate, if we reclaim the desires and release them from this cage, the people may well return to normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely
very.
worth a try.
One moment. How does one steal light?
Calling card.
A calling card? What is that? It's how we make that shimmery light take material form. If we make the owner aware that someone is after their treasure, it takes form. Desires should work the same way. To do it, we send a calling card to our target that says we're going to steal whatever is most precious to them. I got it. I think.
Are we sure it'll work, though? This isn't a palace with a treasure.
Nothing is obtained without action. We must at least try first.
For now, let's focus on securing our infiltration route.
Hell yeah! I'm getting there first!
What was that?
Are you okay?
What was that? I swear Skull ran into some kind of jail cell door. Is there another barrier?
Am I hearing something?
Sophie, wait!
You just go away.
What do you think you're doing looking at the guys like that? She is like such a waste of space, you know?
Totally. She's such a loser. It hurts to look at her.
Who's talking?
I just...
The hell was that?
You heard it too? A memory hidden by the monarch.
Sophie, are you all right?
No problem here. However, I did figure something out. That memory we heard is the key to the barrier.
How's that?
This cage is currently locked. You're right. What's that doing there? It will require a key, which we will find in
Is
the room those
Haru and
voices
Sophie
came
the
from.
same voice
There will
actor?
be some sort of secret room, but we can't find this room here. We need to return to reality for that.
Reality? Why is that?
The room has been completely isolated. Its entrance exists only in the real world.
How'd you know all that? One of your programs or something?
I do not know. I merely sense it. Maybe the lock on
That's
this
us.
cage is somehow linked to a lock in Alice's heart. Mona-chan? If Sophie's right, what we heard just now is a memory of the monarch. That means it's extremely important to her. I have a feeling that memory is acting as the lock on her heart, keeping us from getting past that door.
So the lock's an important memory.
It's only natural that the key to this place would be hidden somewhere that no one would find.
That logic is indeed sound, but how is it possible?
This
It's
is all just
confuzzling.
speculation so far. I've never seen anything like this either.
This could be another difference between the palaces and this jail.
We can't reach the secret room in this world, you said?
Correct. We must find the location in reality instead.
And that would be...
I was not able to detect it.
But it should be related to those voices somehow, right?
I could be wrong, but didn't it sound like someone was getting bullied?
Looking at guys like that. Maybe school age? That could be.
Brilliant deduction, Panther.
I'm just no stranger to hearing that kind of stuff, is all.
Yeah.
If she's
That hurts.
right, does that mean the key we need is somewhere in Alice's old school?
That would be logical.
What if it's just...
Let's go do some investigating back in the real world next. We're gonna need a calling card, too. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us.
What if it's just the same school that Joker, Ryuji, and like the majority of the Phantom Thieves went to? Like it's the same high school. That'd just be lazy, but I'd like to go back there at some point in the game, but that'd be lazy.
What the what? How are there no results?
Really? But isn't stuff like where celebs went to high school easy to find online?
Usually, yeah. But this time, no hits. Even on the underground sites. All I'm seeing is fake info from deluded fans. Even if she changed her name, there'd still be traces of that somewhere. Usually.
Shit, even you can't find Futaba?
This reeks of a serious scrub job. Someone, probably her, intentionally hid her past.
This is quite the setback. If we don't discover Alice's alma mater, we'll never find a way into that secret room.
But isn't it, like, impossible to just erase stuff from the internet on your own?
How else could we approach this?
What if Mako-chan's sister looks into it for us? She's a prosecutor turned lawyer. Maybe she'll have access to useful intel we couldn't gather ourselves.
That could work. Think it's doable, Makoto?
I don't have a problem doing it.
Anything to
How
get Sai
exactly
back
would I
in
go
the
about
game.
asking? Personal information and histories are legally protected, so I doubt she'd readily agree to hand that over to us.
Yeah,
Get Sai
just
in the
ask her to
story.
tell us where Alice
Get
went to
Sai in the
school.
story.
Why?
Come on.
I hear you there. I really don't want to wind up on the other side of a
Get
table
Sai
with her
into the
getting
story.
all, answer me!
Ah, okay. Alice Hiragi's school.
What?
It's the guy from...
The shady detective.
I'm PubSec, not just some cop detective. Wait, I'm not shady. Am I?
Yes, quite.
Am I?
These kids are something else. Would you quit saying that kind of stuff with that smile on your face?
So what do you want?
And Kitschy.
Come on, enough of the cold shoulder. You know I'm trying to help you out.
You help us?
You want to know where Alice Hiragi went to school, right? Did you know how easy it was to eavesdrop on you here? For some reason,
Touche.
there's almost no personal info available on Alice Hiragi, especially prior to her debut. That is just a big old blank. So, since this is giving you all a hard time, I've swooped in to lend a hand. Intel and Alice would be no sweat for me over in PubSec HQ, so how about it? Want some help?
No, we're good. We'll handle it on our own.
Yep, just a little more time and I'll get it myself.
Great, happy to help. But, wait, come on now. This is a real deal connection here. Just be grateful and take the intel.
We're sorry, we just have zero trust in the police.
Ooh.
I told you to stop smiling when you say that.
We have zero
I've
trust.
got to earn your trust first. I get it. Alice Hiragi is your senpai.
I knew it.
She attended Kosei High?
Hmm? No, everyone's senpai but yours.
She went to Shujin?
I knew it. I
And
knew
don't
it.
forget it. Because you owe me one now.
Dude. I was like, what if she just went to Shujin?
Well,
Son of a bitch.
there he goes.
It's hard to gauge whether he's friend or foe.
More importantly, how did he know where Alice went to school?
Could the police already have their eyes on her as well?
Maybe.
It's possible.
And it would mean that we can trust him. For now, at least.
Well, I guess all we can do now is try it. We can find the secret room if we go to Shujin, right?
That appears to be correct. Everything should go and we'll have access.
Wow, huh? Sure.
What was that?
That's settled. Let's all head to Shujin now. There's no point in dawdling here.
Yes.
Makoto's right.
Let's break into
Time to
our
check
old
out
school.
Shujin Academy.
Let's break into our old school. Well, I guess technically Futaba still goes there. Yeah. Sounds good. Let's return to... Careful, alright. Aight.
Let's get to work.
Actually, I'm gonna buy some stuff first.
Welcome. Which one? How many would you like?
As many as I can have.
You want
One.
this? Well, thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You
Two.
want this? Thank you very much. You
All
want
of
this?
them.
Put it to good use, okay? What are you selling?
Stuff.
How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure?
I have 6 cute wallets.
Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Who's it for?
Eh.
You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Put it to good use. Who's it for? Which one?
Actually.
Which one? Who's it for? You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Thank you very much. Which one? You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Thanks for your patronage. You want this one? Do you want to
Yes.
equip that? Thank you very
Yes.
much. Which one?
Let's give all the phantom peeps
Put it to good use.
some good equipment.
You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Put it to good use. Who's it for? Which one?
Okay, just have Haru and
You want
Sophie
this one?
left.
Do you want to equip that? Put it to good use, okay? Which one? You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Put it to good use. Who's it for? What are you selling?
Nothing. I'm going to the Velvet Room.
Hello, Trickster. You
do I
wish
have
to
anyone?
browse the entries. What will you be registering?
Can I just register everyone? It's dumb.
Performing a fusion? It seems that it can gain new power.
Oh, I've seen this guy before.
Choose which... Is this the persona you'd like?
Yes. I have a weakness to wind, but I also use wind. I have a weakness to wind, but I also use wind. Lol.
May luck be on your side.
Thank you, Lavenza. Thank you.
I'll just add this.
Snag ourselves a quick save, and we will continue onward.
Are we sure this is right? I'm not seeing anything weird.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, I don't see a castle or anything.
Sensation as when I touched the birdcage.
Think this is what would bring me back here.
I suppose so, even though it's only been about half a year. Still, I had no idea Alice Hiiragi graduated from Shujin.
I didn't either. And I figured a student council president would know better than anyone about celebrity graduates.
Yeah.
Perhaps she had a past here that she wished to erase.
What do you mean?
Those voices we heard in her jail. Those cutting words and that painful cry. I don't know whether she was one of the instigators or the victim of such bullying. However she experienced it. Left such a gaping wound in her heart that she refuses to even acknowledge the truth of the matter.
And that truth took place right here.
Apparently so.
That's why Shujin has a secret room.
Well, we should get moving. What's next?
We may not be in Shibuya, but this place is still linked to its jail. Inputting the proper Emma keyword should permit access as usual.
Okay, let's try it. Everybody ready?
Shouldn't we find the room in the real world first?
Keyword, Wonderland.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
Or, okay, we're just going to the palace, okay. I thought we were physically going into the school.
So, it's a classroom?
Is this what a school is like? It's rather different than how the internet makes it appear.
The cognitive distortion's really strong here. What's going on?
Hey, look! A ghost!
That
Are you
Alice?
seriously crying? Ugh, how pathetic. Trying to get us to go easy on you. You tricked him the same way too, didn't you?
No, I'd never do that.
What? What is this? God, you're disgusting. Serious? Why are you still alive?
Oh jeez, that's mean.
Do us a favor. And die already.
That's a big boy.
What the hell?
Careful, here it comes!
Can't you get it through your thick skull? No one wants you around.
Oh shit, what the hell is going on? This thing just flipped out of nowhere.
The room's also changed. Are these prison cells?
This is giving me Mementos vibes.
Look sharp, folks!
Yeah, this is some Mementos stuff right here.
We should avoid wasting energy on our attacks. Let's read the enemy's movements and respond in time.
Silky! Andres! Silky! Ravage that! Persona! Pixie! Jack-o'-lantern! You're mine!
What are you doing that in your fashion like some guy? What is with this thing?
I don't know.
Persona!
Whatever that is. It's horrible.
What the hell's up with this room, too?
The key is most assuredly here. It must be hidden somewhere within the cells.
We just have to fix the search for it now. Focus on the enemy first.
Lost the reading. Where'd it go?
We have to clear this battlefield out a bit.
It's a strong one. Exploit its weakness to curse. Joker got in a follow-up attack.
You're mine!
Oh, nice, Joker. You hit its weakness. Hey, pulled that off quite well.
Let's go!
You guys have learned a it, okay? Keep it going! Super got in a follow-up attack!
Now!
Leave that one to me.
Fair warning!
This shit
Yeah, boy.
I appreciate it.
is my resolve. I didn't even notice you. Show your voice.
Did she really go through all this? There were some truly terrible things said in the classroom as well.
I believe we've seen why Alice drove so far to West End right on my line of school.
Time for my persona.
Here!
Keep it up.
Oh,
All right, time
much
to
thanks.
power it up. Not that.
Whoa! This thing's really putting up a fight!
Don't get too close!
Please,
Keep a
allow me.
safe distance!
Support my other self. This should help. Thank you. Your turn. Feed it to me. Come, persona.
This should help!
Keep it going. There. That combo strike is devastating. Where that came from? Take that. Keep it going.
Yeah, boy.
Keep it going. I heard you actually best so fucking gross. You're
Bro. Language.
It's not like you'd ever make a good couple. In
Please,
fact,
allow me.
I think I'll take him off your hands for you.
Take it. So all of this bullying was over some affairs of the heart.
What a bunch of bullies! We were just chilling to Alice! The enemy's getting weaker! Put that team in its place!
Strike!
That's so good! There's a guy when Alice is someone like you. Get
Much thanks.
Persona! Hell yeah! That did it!
Hang on. Something's up.
What's up? What is that?
What do we got here?
what? What?
Also, if this part gets copyright claimed on YouTube for having this section in the song, I'm gonna be very, very upset. That's a chain.
What a skill.
What was that rumbling?
The birdcage in the jail is now unlocked. We will be able to access it.
For real?
It appears our most recent target held the key.
In other words, we defeated the warden guarding the key.
A warden in Alice's memories. A key to the cage in her jail. So a different shadow held the key, not Alice's?
What are you going on about?
I think I know
Oh,
where.
nothing. I was just thinking how many differences there are from the palaces.
Good point. The palaces don't have any rooms like these, or wardens.
This
guarding
feels like
keys
a
and
Palace
communications.
Momentous hybrid.
It's as if the more we learn, the messier the situation gets.
If it weren't for Sophie, we wouldn't have even made it here. Have I been helpful to the Phantom Thieves? Mm-hmm. You know it. Praise accepted.
Well, praise you all you want later.
Okay.
I've got a birdcage to bust open.
True. We have one last task in the real world first.
Let's
Send
send
a
out
calling
the
card.
calling card. Take back those desires.
Ooh, I love me the calling card reactions. They're great.
Okay, all that's left is send in the calling card. What should it say?
We're after the desires that Alice is seizing from the people whose hearts she changed, right? Then don't we have to write something like, "We shall take back the desires you've seized"?
Smart. Using the same logic that works on treasures is probably our best shot.
Once the desire takes form, we can steal it. If we return the victims their own desires,
everyone should return to normal.
What of Alice?
So, what'll happen to Alice then?
Well, she should be having a change of heart and confessing soon after.
Actually, that's not set in stone. What we're stealing this time are the desires that Alice seized from others. This isn't her own desire or ambition. Or like the treasure we found in palaces. There's no way of knowing whether or not Alice's heart will be changed.
even if we rescue her victims, without a change of heart in Alice, this will just turn into a pointless cycle.
But if the calling card works, her desire will manifest inside the birdcage. That creates a high probability that we'll encounter Alice's shadow there.
We did cause quite a scene destroying the lock.
Whether through words or fists, don't we still have the opportunity to change her heart via her shadow?
Then let's do it! Let's take her head on! Oh, sorry. I know that's the dangerous approach, but if you guys are all up for it, I want to rescue Alice too. Not just her victims. Alice said she wanted to be a ray of light that could inspire people suffering through life.
You mean when she was on TV? I don't know if she really meant all that.
Well, I do. I get why she said it. Because of all the bullying in her past. I mean, doesn't it seem like we saw part of Alice's trauma in the secret room?
Trauma?
On, you're too nice.
It's like an invisible wound in a person's heart. It comes from living through painful experiences. A wound in a heart.
Maybe that trauma's the whole reason the jail formed.
Trauma distorted Alice's heart, giving birth to the jail. That is very similar to Palace Generation. I've got to say it's possible.
But how is that trauma relevant to Alice's current behavior?
This is just a hunch, but I think she sees what she's doing as some kind of revenge against the kinds of girls who treated her badly.
Stealing someone's dude right in front of her as revenge to Alice? Oh, that's pretty sick.
But her Shadow's operation is way too massive for that to be all. She just has too many victims already.
What if she simply kept escalating because no one was there to stop her? Becoming a monarch must create an awful amount of distortion.
Yeah, I mean,
that only makes me
probably.
want to help Alice more. If her heart's grown that distorted, then I want her to at least remember how it feels being a ray of light for somebody. Is she beyond helping at this point? I don't know. But there
Probably
has
not.
to be someone who at least tries. We can't just abandon Alice.
Oh, Lady On.
So kind, yeah.
Thanks.
Am I saying this too? Yeah.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
No objections here either. However, should we engage her in combat, we must avoid taking her life at all costs.
Absolutely. That's out of the question.
Best case scenario, just talk her out of it.
Guys, do you think I could write the calling card this time? There's something I need to tell her personally.
Make it badass. Let's be funny.
This is gonna be our best one so far.
Oh, she took it literally. Okay.
Need any help?
Ooh, you can help me with the phrasing, Sophia.
Awesome. All we gotta figure out now is the delivery.
I may have a plan for that. This is a special reunion of the Phantom Thieves. We gotta do this right.
Hey.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh, let's spend our bond points. Yeah.
I'll just add this.
How many save slots are there for this one? This game? There's 9. Okay, so it's like KH.
Here.
I didn't really use anything in that fight, so we should be fine. Maybe I should have changed my party. Put on in. Oh well.
In other news, Akira Konoe, founder of Medice, announced a joint project with one-time rival company Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Heads are fired up with anticipation at the news, awaiting further details with
Oh, we're back.
Okay, folks, listen up!
So they're Shidoing. They're doing a Shido calling card.
Perhaps you remember us.
We are the Phantom Thieves. And we're back in action with a new heart in our sights.
A wicked witch who treats people like toys. Alice Hiragi.
You pretend you're a ray of light, but all you do is hurt people to indulge your own darkness. You're a bad person, and bad people have to be stopped.
And all those desires you stole.
Tonight, we're taking them all back.
Neat.
Okay, next I'm scheduled at... Oh, it's the manager. Hello?
Ah, this is bad, Miss Alice. Look at the email I forwarded you.
What in the... Phantom Thieves?
Taking my desire? All the desires I've collected? No, you can't! I need those! That's what makes me the monarch! I need those to... Without those, all right. I'll wait for you. I don't want toys that don't do as they're told. I'll smash you for certain this time.
Yeah, you can try. Oh, come on. You're not gonna voice... This is like the first one. The first one that's not like voiced in the game. It's the return of Futaba Cannon. The Futaba Cannon. Hope it was a blast. Shibuya's in Phantom Thieves Frenzy all over again. I'm sure Alice got her calling card by now. Yeah, she has.
Come on, come on!
So all I have to do is wrap this up. Let's head in and finish the job we started.
Let's go.
Alright, tonight we take back the stolen desires. How is that not voice acted? The rest of this better be voice acted. Because we're gonna get into some crazy stuff. Yes! Life will change! Yes! Ah!
Let's go, everyone. Time to change Alice's heart.
Yes! I love this song, dude.
Man, it's times like these I know I'm supposed to be a Phantom Thief.
They don't see us. I think we can go for an ambush.
Challenging you.
What is this?
Now we doing this the right way. We sneaking in.
The chain goes all the way to the top.
Perhaps it fell when we opened the lock. Climbing this should give us a straight shot to the birdcage of desires.
Let me change my party. On your end, as is my boy Ryuji.
Whoa, that is
ginormous. Why is it so big?
At least it actually materialized for us. Thank goodness. Oh, that is a relief. I was worried our standard palace procedures wouldn't work.
All right, Skull. Get to home.
No. Look at the size of that thing.
What do we do now? How do you steal something like that?
I admit, I don't know either.
What's that? So, it's a fight after all.
Oh dear. You thought you'd just sneak in like that. And what exactly do you plan on doing with those desires?
Returning them.
Joker, right? Did you come back to me so you could be mine?
Not exactly.
Mine? Really think you can?
Alice Hiragi! We know all about the horrible things you've done.
You seized people's desires by force and turned them into your puppets.
Pretty much.
Toyed with people's emotions and made them mistreat one another.
Correct.
You opened up stores so you could bilk all the people you brainwashed.
We can no longer overlook the wicked changes of heart you forced on the people.
The Phantom Thieves are about to beat the distortion out of you.
Beat the distortion out of you.
You're so beautiful. There's no way you could understand. You have no clue what I've been through.
You mean what happened to you at Shujin?
Oh,
Got him.
how?
We know all of it. How you were bullied, how it was torture for you, but I still...
Oh, okay. You found out. No matter how much I hide it, the past still comes back to me. How pathetic. What a mess. But that doesn't matter now. With this power, I can have everything.
What?
Everything I've always wanted. Mine.
That's very ambitious to say.
And now, I'm gonna make you mine. All mine.
First boss of a palace is an actual E-girl. We are literally fighting an E-girl. Okay. Okay, we are... That is gross. How big is that by comparison?
So this really is Alice in Wonderland.
Oh my! I'm late for a very important date. Come along, come along.
Sorry, that was way too loud.
To show you.
Y'all probably couldn't even hear me.
Ignore her, Sophie. She just wants to torture us or something.
Alice, I'm gonna make you see the light.
Alright, I'll pause it real quick. Apologies. Yeah, apologies. I didn't realize the game was playing so loudly.
You Phantom Thieves seem like best buds. Any of you happen to be dating? Well, how would that be any of your business? I wonder who you got your eye on to come with you, son. Keep it going, Joker. I'm gonna take your heart.
Watch out, Joker!
She's tough. See any weaknesses yet, Oracle? One sec. Analyzing.
Take it!
Fire! Burn that smirk right off her face!
Alice, why are you doing this? You hurt so many people.
I thought everyone's in love with you. Don't get on you. We're not done.
No one who's saying that means it. You're just manipulating them.
Oh, you know about all that, huh? I never would have guessed you were a banter. We're not done. Come on, change his heart. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to find out. It's on here.
Sure.
Keep this to fire and work.
What's her other weakness?
Yours.
Leave it to me. Persona.
Oh.
Looks like she's weak to wind. Got any things to send her way? Looks like I'm a bet.
I'm trying to find health.
With this.
Hey, check out the party popper.
You have your chance when Alice goes for the goal. That's when you blast her.
Raining
Okay.
confetti upon the stage. That would be quite pleasing, aesthetically.
I'll take care of that. All right, thank you. Power it up. That might come in handy. We could attack with it. That's the ticket. Good thinking, Joker.
All right, Joker. It's over.
I guess you can only use them once, the party poppers.
Jack-o'-lantern, you're mine.
I'm going too.
That one was tough. Everyone stay focused.
What's happening here?
Why are you being like this? I was finally able to find some happiness. You here to take everything I have? Just
Yes.
like she did? Just try me. So sick of separating.
Something's changed. Stay on guard.
Whoa, holy shit!
Why is she so fast now? Sheesh. It's time to take it all to school.
Refuses to give up. Alice, what made you like this?
Never get you coming, son. I've been doing it like shit all my life.
Take this.
I had everything taken from me. You don't know what that's like. The power of the soul together. Keep them in here they want it. Even if they suffer getting tortured. Why? Keep on walking like I did in the past. Help. Wrestling.
Now.
I'll show you. You're trapped too. Once
I'm going too.
there's no I'll turn you now. And you'll run through despair. Soon I will look like all the men in the world.
Sure. It's over.
It's tough, but it's weak to fire. You can handle this. I'll take care of that one. Right?
I'm going
That's
too.
a weakness. Don't let up, Panther.
You're so magnificent, Panther.
Incoming attack. Brace yourself.
Thanks.
Hey! Persona! Hey! Panther dodges with style. Stop charging ahead. You don't have the stamina for that. All right, power it up.
You show him, Oracle.
Come. Arsene, McCoy, Slime, Andres, Suki, Pixie. I'll use this.
Fair warning. It's gonna be rough. Good thinking, Joker. That's the leader of the Phantom Thieves for ya.
Jack-o'-lantern, rabbit step.
Ah.
Go ahead.
Witness my resolve. This should help. Force my other self. Tagging out.
Sure.
It's up, Joker.
Useless.
Ah. Did not mean.
No pushover. Target its weakness to win.
McCoy, Slime, McCoy, Arsene, Jack-o'-lantern, Pixie. His power. This one. Take this. Fire. Let's go. Jack-o'-lantern, take this. It's over.
Let's do this, yeah. Showtime.
What you want, Alice? Don't be stupid. I remember
Okay. This one. There.
Fair warning, this one's gonna be rough.
Are set.
What do I have enough SP for?
McCoy,
6.
Slime. You're mine.
I know, nice, Joker! You hit his weakness! I know I can count on you! Okay, got it! Stand up! You got it!
Sure.
Go for it! Did we do it?
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
A new skill? Nice, man!
I'm gonna work even harder!
Yeah. Take that.
No! How can I still not be strong enough? Why can't I change? I'm not the victim anymore!
Enough, Alice.
Now you're the bully.
Keep going. You'll just make yourself feel even worse.
How would you know? I just can't compare to someone like you, Takamaki-san. All my life, I'm no match for the real winners. And I tried so hard to change, but I was still made fun of, still bullied. I just wanted to stop being miserable. I poured my heart into fashion and worked to get so far. But then, she showed up again and started running her mouth about my past.
Who?
She told everyone what a pathetic little shit I was.
Who is this exactly?
That's why I took all of it from her. Her boyfriend, her social circle, everything. And that still wasn't enough for me.
Revenge never is enough.
Everyone that talked behind my back, all the people who just stood there when I was kidding. I'll destroy every single one of them.
Alice. So this is a wound in a heart.
Yes.
This power lets me get revenge. So
You became the bully, right?
You idiot! What good does that do?
None.
You're just as bad as the people who made you suffer. Is that how you want to live? Like one of those bullies? Didn't you want to be something else? A ray of light for others. And for yourself. Don't give up because of those selfish bastards!
I mean, yeah.
Takamaki-san. You're right. I wanted to rescue them. All the people like me, going through the same thing. But I... You think so?
A douchebag like Shido can change. I'm sure you can.
Takamaki-san, I want to apologize to the people I hurt and start over.
I'm sure you can turn it around.
Wait, is that crown her
For
treasure?
a lot of the same things, but thanks to
Is
my
that why she took it off?
and the Phantom Thieves, I was able to stand up for myself and do the right thing. You're never alone. Once you're back to your real self, let's be friends, okay?
You wanna be... Really?
Uh-huh. I mean, I totally love Alice. We even share the same dream.
Thank you. I'll go back now, where I belong. This time, I'm gonna be...
Kind. Actually not be an asshat to your fans. Wrong music, but whatever. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, these must be the guys that she captured, I guess. Mission accomplished then?
That was effing amazing!
Did we just witness the Desires returning to their rightful owners?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Everyone who got a Desire disappeared afterward.
I hope that means their real-life counterparts are returning to normal.
I don't see why not.
Yes, you're right.
Wait, what the? What is it, Mona-chan?
Place isn't collapsing.
Something's wrong. It's not collapsing.
But the
Got
giant
it.
Desire blew up! Like...
No. Just look around.
Now that you mention it...
Whenever we stole a treasure, we'd have to leave the metaverse entirely, right?
Yeah, we always had to haul ass out of there.
That is most assuredly not happening now. If anything, it's grown eerily quiet.
So if the Monarch is toppled and the Desires are all returned, the jail still doesn't collapse?
It would appear that palaces are different from this jail after all.
There's a chance we haven't actually resolved the issue yet.
I wonder how Alice will react to this.
Could we find out when we get back to the real world? It'd be nice if she could recall what happened here, but no one shares memories with their shadows.
Think she might talk to Panther?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you two could really hit it off.
She did say that she loves her.
Yeah. It was worth going that far for her to come to her senses. Alice really is a one-of-a-kind talent. And her
Oh, come
dream
on,
is definitely
Anne.
something
On.
worth fighting for. I just hope she can remember how that dream first made her feel, so she can bring that feeling to the people who need it. I don't know if there's anything I can do to help her, but I at least want to be there for her.
There you go, on.
What's up, Sophie?
Just as the Phantom Thieves predicted, Alice Hiragi appeared to change her logic. This would not be possible had we simply defeated her. How did you predict the outcome?
We didn't really predict it. Being able to change is what makes someone human.
Someone is human because they can change.
The human heart is much more complicated than expected, isn't it? Just when you think you've grown beyond your pain, the smallest thing can bring you all the way back down again.
The human heart is indeed difficult to comprehend. It's filled with mysteries.
Sophia, you remind me
You're
of...
on the mystery charts yourself, Sophie, my dear.
No, I'm...
Sophie, humanity's companion, right? We get it.
You got it, Skull.
Well, yeah.
You remind me of Jose from Royal. And feel a strong bond with my buds. Eight.
Well, what do you say we head back now? I'd like to check on the real world, Alice.
Yeah, let's get going.
Yeah, I got 4 more points to spend. Hopefully these level up for bond points actually give out more
Hey. By the end, though, she appeared happy. Why is that? Wasn't she angry at Alice?
Yeah.
Okay. Anger is not just for hurting people. It is also able to save people.
In a way.
consider. Anger saved Alice. If someone is in the wrong, anger can be used to show them the error of their ways.
Or they can be used to totally go ballistic and try to murder an entire team of people because they have nothing left to lose and they just don't give a shit. And yes, I'm referring to our boy, Panketchi.
The human heart is such a mystery. But thanks to you, I've gained valuable experience. Thank you. I hope to learn more from you.
Oh, you're welcome. Sure, I'll save. Did I at least level up from that experience? I did. I did. Oh, looks like we're about to start August soon.
And now for the hottest meet and greet.
Oh, this should be
Alice
interesting.
returned as our special guest. Miss Alice, thank you so much for coming on today, despite the last visit's conclusion. From what I hear, there's something you wish to share?
Yes, I need to confess something. The incident that occurred with the previous hosts, that was all my fault. I forced him to proclaim his love for me during a live broadcast. When I heard he was engaged to his co-host, I just wanted to ruin their relationship.
Miss Alice.
And they're not the only ones. Anytime I see a happy woman, I just get so jealous. I do whatever it takes to ruin their lives.
Is this a prank or something?
All of my past managers tried so hard to stop me.
Wait a minute. Can I hear that last thing again? Where is it? This.
Anytime I see a happy woman, I just get so jealous.
I was hanging out with Ryuji when you gave me that I'ma steal your desires friend request card. What was your intentions there? Did you just assume I was dating Ryuji or what? What was your go-to with that idea in mind? Did you think, oh, he's totally dating someone? I don't know. I'd like some answers myself.
But then I'd lash out at them too, and I'd assault them until they back down. The only reason I've changed managers is because my last one had a total breakdown.
Wait, is this real?
Everything I've said here is the truth. I'm sure all of it is easy enough to prove now. I've lied, and it hurt so many people. And I'm just so sorry for it all.
Is this the Phantom Thieves?
I'm the one who did it all. No one but me did these horrible things. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cut! Cut! Right now! Dump to standby!
Alice. This is gonna blow way up. That news lady even name-checked the Phantom Thieves.
She did.
Whatever may come, at least our job's done.
We're too publicized to not have that happen.
Something quite different from a palace. There's no mistaking Alice had a change of heart.
The people with the stolen desires seem to be normal again too. It's all over the internet.
That's good.
My
Back to
son
not
was
really
about to
caring
blow
about-
our savings on Alice merch, but the Phantom Thieves rescued him. Thank you, Phantom Thieves.
I'm just seeing a lot of I want my money back. Well, we sure can't help him there.
I'm not sure everyone's actually a
Yeah.
victim here.
Nevertheless, mission complete.
I wonder what'll happen to Alice next.
It's probably next to impossible for her to make it in the industry now. Her scandal is big news.
No matter why she did it, there are still consequences for her actions.
But if Alice really can find that feeling she had when she first discovered fashion, I think she'll be okay. She can still be a ray of light for others, even if she has to find another way to shine.
That reminds me, we should still try to press her for info. She might know something that we still don't.
But
Yeah.
do we actually have a chance of meeting her now? I imagine her day-to-day life's become quite the mess.
Jeez,
Potentially.
that's a good point. Her agency isn't going to want anything to do with her.
An enlightening conversation as always in here.
Zenkichi, how you doing, my boy?
What's up? How's it hanging, folks?
So casual.
Aw, you again, Gramps?
Hey, I won't deny I'm older than you guys, but that still stings, you know? But more importantly, you guys really hop to work when your minds are set, don't you?
To what are you referring?
Don't play stupid. I gave you solid intel, yeah?
Yes, but that's...
Well, that's good news. Looks like I'll be getting my own in return.
Your own what?
I came here today for your response to my offer. You know, the deal.
Refresh the memory.
I told you we don't work with cops.
And what if I tossed in a little bonus, such as running some questions by Alice for you? You were just saying you wanted info from her, right?
That's accurate.
But Alice already confessed to messing with people on live TV. Our names have been cleared.
Yeah, what she said. We don't need you for shit.
If only that were true.
What do you mean by that? How is this case not closed?
Oh, it is far from closed. This change of heart epidemic is happening all over the country. And we know they can't all be Alice's victims. Therefore, you still have plenty to get pinned on you, don't you? Not only that, you already know how badly you've stirred the pot. That little calling card stunt's fired up the public more than ever. These change of heart cases have to be the Phantom Thieves. It's the only thing I hear down at the station now. Do you really not realize how dangerous a position you're in right now?
What bullshit? What the hell did we do?
Calm down. Why
Get framed again.
you that deal? If I wanted to, I could cuff you and take you in right now. The reason I'm not is because I believe you are not the culprit. To catch the true perpetrator, I need your help.
We're back at square one. This is literally square one right here. We're being framed for a crime, and there's a true perpetrator out there somewhere, and it's not one of us. Or maybe it's Zenkichi, for all I know. If it is, that'd be stupid, because that's unoriginal. Welcome to my TED Talk.
As in the person controlling Alice behind the scenes. The MO in this recent epidemic doesn't mesh with the Phantom Thieves' ideology. The motives also appear very different. These are two separate cases. At least, that's what I believe.
Seems like just cause chaos.
May we have a moment to ourselves? You'd like to discuss it first.
Sure, I'll be right outside. Just holler when you're ready for me.
Now this is unexpected. We assumed Alice's confession would clear our names.
Damn it. So they really weren't just trolling.
What is it?
When I was searching the web, I noticed some people saying weird stuff was happening here and there. Similar to what we've seen so far. Almost none of them made the news, and it seems like everyone's just trying to ignore it.
What Gramps is saying is probably not bullshit after all.
Gramps.
What do we do? If they decide to scapegoat us, we'll never be able to clear our names.
They're not even changing hearts for the same reasons as us.
If there really are other brainwashing incidents out there, that would mean there are more jails. Do you think there could be more monarchs out there too?
Then what would we do? Considering what we've gathered, going along with that man could be a viable option.
Are we seriously gonna trust that dude?
What other choice do we have? At the very least, his intel about Alice was useful.
What do you say?
Well, can't say I recall any pancake-related incidences. Any reason for him to be sus. But this is giving me some Size Palace vibes right now, and I am very uncomfortable with that notion.
You're right. all we can do now is accept his deal.
No, wait. Even if we do level with him, how would we explain it? If he's going to understand what we've been doing, he'll have to learn about the metaverse. Do you think he'll even believe us?
We have no choice but to make him believe. Otherwise, it's our leader on the line.
But the metaverse, the jail. How do you think we're gonna get some thick-headed cop to buy that?
It seems our only choice is to take him to the jail.
Wait, really?
Mako-chan.
It's
Can
gotten
you think of any
complicated
other way
though.
for him to avoid getting arrested? We have one playable card in our hand. We just have to go along with it for the time being.
It'll be dangerous in the jail, but we should be able to protect one man. There doesn't seem to be another option. It may be our best interest to accept it.
Alright, we'll do it. It's not like we have any alternative.
Let's hope it's not our undoing.
Ah, shit. We gotta stay prepared for the worst case.
I'll call him back in. Come on back. We're ready for you.
Huh, that was quicker than I expected. So, what say you all?
There's a place we need to show you. Follow us.
I see. A jail full of shadows, with a monarch seizing desires, was it? All right. What say we go get you tested for drugs now? If you're gonna cook up some fantasy to sell me, maybe try a little less spice next time?
Just save it for now.
This dude.
We're about to take you into the cognitive world.
Cognitive world?
Follow us.
Huh? Where to exactly?
Oh, this should be interesting. Hi, say hello to my phone and my talking cat.
So, are you gonna answer me, or... What? What? What is... This isn't real.
Everything here is real.
Bro, you tripping.
Every last bit you can see.
Bro, you tripping. You tripping.
Whoa. What happened? What are those outfits for?
Yep, just about what I expected.
This is our Phantom Thief attire.
Ha! What even is this? Where am I?
Questions. This is a jail. You are currently located within a jail.
Wait, who are you?
I am Sophie, humanity's companion. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to... What?
Chill out, Zenkichi. You've got to keep yourself together.
Yeah, right. I can't be losing my shit like... Monster Cat!
Yes.
Not a monster cat! I am Morgana!
Do you finally believe we've been telling you the truth?
The hell? How much did I drink last night? This just has to be a dream. I'm still passed out.
You holding up there, Gramps?
No need to worry. He's merely having a meltdown.
A meltdown?
Still sounds rather worrisome.
Looks like we blew his mind.
Oh, brother. I suppose we may as well head back now.
It is worth a try. For what it's worth.
How did this... What's happened to me? Did I drive myself crazy trying to crack this case?
It's pretty fun watching him lose it.
His brain probably overloaded and he can't catch up. Why'd we even bother explaining it all beforehand?
We all reacted similarly during our first time. Ah, such innocence.
Get a hold of yourself, Gramps.
Sheesh. How long do you need to get it together? Come on, Earth to Zenkichi.
Huh? Oh, right. Right. Get it together.
You're talking to a cat.
Said my name! Get Monster Cat from that place. It's the Monster Cat!
I'm not a monster or a cat. I told you I am Morgana.
He is a
Since you're
cat.
cognizant of Morgana speaking in the metaverse, you can understand him here now too.
Cats can talk if I'm cognizant of it?
Just this one.
That's really something.
Just this one.
I think he's going to need a little more time to process all of this.
This dude is me
First off,
3 months ago.
sorry for losing my cool like that. I think I get what's going on, though. Actually, none of it makes any sense to me. But I'm going to strive to understand.
If we're going to make a deal, then that will make us conspirators. Conspirators have to vow never to betray one another's trust.
So, you already know how all this works. All right. Your trust is repaid with mine. Help me figure out this nationwide change of heart business, and I'll make sure you're all protected. As long as you cooperate, I won't allow the police to lay a finger on you. That's my vow.
Get along with the talking cat.
Oh man. So he's really real, huh? In that case, I'm gonna cut right down to it and ask for your help with a similar incident. PubSec has their eyes on Sapporo right now because of all the change of heart cases there. I need you in Sapporo Central City by August 8th.
Why does it need to be the 8th?
Our suspect's out of the country on a business trip until then. We're kicking off the investigation within the hour of their arrival back home.
I see. Very well.
So it's likely this suspect in Sapporo is another monarch, like Alice.
That could be. If so, then I'd have to ask you guys to handle it.
So, we're heading to Sapporo Central in Hokkaido, huh? This'll be quite the little trip for us.
Word of caution? You'll definitely want to avoid any sort of public transportation. You're going to want to either drive or hoof it.
Why is that?
You revived the Phantom Thieves to deal with Alice. Any potential monarch will have heard about it. The way they see it, you're a real problem. Especially if you go after their own desires.
They're definitely
That's
all
fair.
on high alert now. They may even try to get rid of us.
There's no way to know who's brainwashed until after they act. What if one of them was the pilot of your plane?
But
Ooh.
if we can't fly, how do we get to Sapporo?
Find a car you can use. That'd be safest.
You're not gonna set us up with one?
Sorry, but I've got to keep this investigation top secret. Any aid would just leave a trail back to this deal of ours. Oh, and one more thing. Don't worry about the Alice thing. I'll fill you in once I'm done grilling her. Well, here's to a solved case.
Same here, Zenkichi.
Right. Sorry I called you a monster cat, kitty.
Oh, you'll be sorry.
Okay. You didn't go crazy. This is real, Zenkichi.
I think I like Zenkichi. I'm liking this dude. I'm vibing with this man. I'm vibing with him.
Talk about an effing buzzkill.
I mean, Hokkaido? Really? There goes our vacation down the drain.
Ain't this stuff happening all over Japan anyways? Even if we do solve this one, we're just gonna get sent off to some other city.
A traveling venture in cooperation with public security. I admit it doesn't sound all bad. We should stop by Kyoto as well.
Find that silver lining, Inari.
This trip isn't for our enjoyment. The case will still be our primary objective.
But it's still summer vacation. Can't we have just a little fun?
Yeah, the 8th is way off from now. We can still do all kinds of shit before then.
Oh, I'd like to experience some regional cuisines.
Cuisines.
Sushi for me.
Of course, it's sushi. Phantom road trip time.
Oh dear. We can cut loose after the case is closed.
That being said, we should go over some things before we move on to the trip. First up is Emma. It seems like an ordinary app at first, but now we know that it has a hidden function that can access jails.
It's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, it reminds me of the MetaNav.
To think something like that is being used nationwide, it sends a chill down my spine.
Almost like we need to go after the developers.
Right? I mean, you can just delete it if you want. Plus, all the keyword and friend list functions work fine. If the app just let everybody slip into jails, wouldn't the whole country basically be pure chaos already?
We've all registered as friends on it, but that didn't do anything strange in and of itself.
Where did this app come from, anyway?
It's run by a
There
Japanese
you
company
go.
called Mediz. They're an international IT firm. We're talking tens of thousands of employees.
Now you're asking the right
Large-scale
questions.
operation. With those numbers, they have to be a top-tier international enterprise.
So is this some evil mega corporation making jails or something?
But we can't use Emma the same way Alice did.
Well, maybe that's because we all got pure hearts, or something.
Moron.
There's
Or your
possibility
shadows,
that
your
Alice
persona.
had a special version of Emma.
What makes you say that?
Just an idea. I'm grasping at straws over here.
But it is a possibility.
If I got a hold of Alice's phone somehow, I should be able to see if her version of Emma is anything special.
Really? We should ask Inspector Hasagawa if he could confiscate it for us. I'll reach out to him later over it.
Alright, next topic. The jail. Each palace collapsed after the treasure inside was stolen. But the jail is still in Shibuya. Not only that, but the palaces are the manifestations of their rulers' cognitions. But that's not true at all in jails. Humans can have their desires seized from their shadows there.
And that would
It's
cause
more like
terrible
Mementos.
things to occur to them in the real world.
When you put it all together like that, don't it sound even worse than palaces?
If these other bizarre incidents across Japan are genuine changes of heart, that means there are probably more jails out there.
There could be quite a few of them, considering how impossible it is to report on every incident.
So, we're working with the police to try and clear our names, but is that really enough?
How do you mean?
If the jails are as dangerous as we've seen, then wouldn't it be bad to just leave them alone? If stuff as awful as what happened in Shibuya is happening all over, aren't we the only ones who can stop it?
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, it's our job to save people suffering helplessly.
And give people courage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah, I said it.
Great speech, Lady On. You've got us all fired up.
If that's the plan, maybe traveling by car will actually work to our advantage.
Right. We might find some more jails on the way to Sapporo.
That works for me. A little bit of a jailbreak spree along the way.
But how do we actually find the other jails?
Get lucky. It's not like we can just input their name and say, do they have a palace?
Yes?
Guess.
It'll only take us about 1,000,000 years.
I believe it may be time for the Sophia show.
Ooh, check the super AI.
I can detect any jails in the vicinity by scent.
For real?
By
Seriously.
scent?
A jail emits a distinct signature. When I enter a jail's range, I can sense it.
Sophia, that is nuts!
Praise accepted.
Okay then.
Still much we do not understand. But at least we now have a course of action.
Yeah, this is gonna be...
I'm gonna get sentimental.
We deserve to enjoy ourselves along the way.
All that's left is to secure our transportation.
If this is going to fit all of us, won't it have to be pretty big?
We'll just have to rent something.
Mona, turn into a car.
Cost us.
Money is no object to us. The prize funds for my most recent contest entry have finally come.
Oh, keep your snack money to yourself.
Well, we could a deal with someone in the police. Maybe they'll help pay for our investigation. Nah, no way.
Some pretty big transportation. I'm getting this feeling that Sojiro mentioned something along those lines once.
Don't worry, I played Persona 5 Royal. We'll just take out of that fund.
Let's go ask him.
A ride that could fit all of you.
Weren't you talking to someone about big transportation or something the other day?
Oh, you mean the guy I know with the camper? Yeah, he was whining about never having the time to use it. How it's just collecting dust.
Sojiro, that's it! Please go borrow that camper for us, please.
Does this have anything to do with what you guys are getting blamed for?
Yes.
Then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll give him a call. Sit tight till tomorrow.
Yeah, now there's our chief. So considerate.
But listen up. No getting too wild out there, all right? And are you all set with travel funds and whatnot?
Yes, we'd all been saving up for summer vacation.
Once art drove me to rags, but now it has propelled me to riches.
Yeah. Until you buy some more lobsters. Until you go buy some more lobsters, Yusuke. Then you'll lose your money again. And who you turn to then? Everyone else.
This is turning into some kind of coming-of-age flick. Wait, are you guys and girls actually gonna sleep in that thing together?
No worries. The boys are all sleeping on the roof.
And we've got Makoto and her Fist of Justice with us if someone tries anything funny.
Oh, and I'm very handy with an axe.
Yeah.
Ryuji. Keep it in your pants, bro. Keep it in your pants.
These sisters are really doing it for themselves. Fine, whatever you gotta do.
So, about what I asked for.
Ah, right. Alice's phone. Here you go.
Nice scores, Enkichi!
Hey, that's important evidence. No breaking it. Got that?
So, how was Alice anyway?
She was pretty upfront about the whole heart-changing situation. When people registered her as a friend on Emma, she noticed they'd suddenly grow obedient to her. At first, she was just curious what was going on. But she says she got such a thrill from making people do her bidding, she couldn't stop herself.
It began with the friend registration.
Was there anything else?
The only other thing she did was apologize. That's all we got. But it does seem like she was telling me the truth.
So she didn't actually know anything about the jails or desires.
Well, I have to say, I wouldn't have bought one bit of it if you hadn't shown me what you did.
Hmm? What in the hell?
What is it? Did you find something?
I thought I'd find some unique aspect to Alice's version of Emma. But nope. This is just the standard commercial version. It hasn't even been tampered with.
So we got nothing out of this?
I didn't say that. I did find traces of some snooping in her phone.
What do you mean?
Someone was monitoring Alice's activity, either her smartphone usage in general or her Emma usage specifically.
So, like...
Spying.
That would mean there is still someone out there involved with this incident.
Do you see anything revealing the Monitor's origins?
Somewhere within the country. That's all I get from this.
Getting even that's quite the feat. You're real good, kid.
Never underestimate the techie of the Phantom Thieves.
So someone was tracking
Fair enough.
Alice. Who could it be?
One thing at a time. This isn't our only case to work. I'm sure we'll find more leads as we investigate the incidents. Well, I'll see you August 8th at Sapporo Central. Don't be late, got it? I'll reach out to you that day with the meetup location. Time to return this phone to its rightful owner.
Fair enough.
So Alice could put people in her jail because she was a monarch. Is that about right?
Since it didn't seem to be her version of Emma's doing, that seems correct.
I get where you're coming from, but we still shouldn't jump to conclusions. Like Zenkichi said, there's still plenty to look into.
That's true. If we don't know enough about what's happening, we should gather more intel.
Hey, you guys still together?
Yeah.
Then come on outside. Check out your wheels.
We have wheels.
Yo.
Oh, here's your wheels.
What?
This is the camper?
Whoa.
Well, it's like 3 times more badass than I expected. Retro design, so simple yet so elegant. Thanks, Sojire. It looks old. We'll do our best not to crash it.
Damn.
So make sure you don't wreck it. I've found the make and model online. This is a Volgan Retro Life. It has 4 beds and a rooftop tent. So the girls will sleep on the beds and guys will be in the rooftop tent then? There are enough power outlets for everyone as well as cooking appliances for any culinary needs. That's insane. We couldn't have asked for anything better. That's our chief for you.
It's true.
Alright, let's disband for now and regroup once we're ready to roll out.
Hey, hey!
Yo, do where I want to go before we head out. You should check it out too. I'll wait for you outside, so just let me know when you're ready. Alright. Although that is going to do it for today's episode of Persona 5 Strikers. We finished the Alice Palace, I think, or jail or whatever. We got quite a bit done, and I'm happy for that. Like I said, on Thursday, we will continue Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and on Saturday, we will continue this right here. Until then, I hope y'all's enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!